Hey out there, it's Billy. It's my second week on It's Tea Time, and today's topic is swimming. It's kind of the last thing on my mind at the moment because it's winter here and it's cold and it's been raining today, and I've got like this nasty throat infection that won't go away. So yeah, swimming world away. But generally speaking, in summer in Sydney, kind of social activity definitely revolves around going to the beach. Well, at least in my group of friends, people kind of pile into a car and head down to Bronte Beach and have a barbecue or a picnic or something, and just go swimming. We're pretty into our beaches and swimming down here. So the fact that for about 4 or 5 years prior to transitioning, I did not want to be half naked in front of anyone I knew made it difficult in summer. And you know, any of you who live in a warm climate would know that summer and binding is sucky enough. But yeah, I guess I probably went swimming maybe twice in like 4 years or 5 years. Yeah, once when I was on a like holiday with two of my best oldest friends to Byron Bay. Um, I went swimming at a like a nudist beach with them, which was kind of off track, and a lot of nude people who are kind of infamously not really focused on bodies, or they are because it's like slash nudist beach slash gay beach, which it was, and but I wasn't nude. I would never go nude anywhere. The thought of going nude swimming is like a nightmare to me. But I think I wore like my binder and a singlet or something, and board shorts. I think the other time was, yeah, just somewhere again secluded, and with really close friends where I would know that I wasn't going to bump into anyone I knew. So that's how I felt safe to do it, and I felt pretty uncomfortable the entire time. Since when I started tea, I guess there was a period of 4 months before I'd had top surgery where I was passing as male like 100% of the time, but obviously if I was in a naked situation, it would be, especially in the water, when even if you're wearing a binder, like if you're wearing a top t-shirt or a singlet over the binder, then the cleanliness, it just makes it more obvious that there's bulk there, an unnatural kind of bulk. So um, yeah, I just felt like I couldn't really get away with it as well, or I felt less comfortable, so I just didn't go swimming at all until I had top surgery. Um, I guess for people who want to go swimming and haven't had top surgery or whatever, I'd suggest obviously wearing a binder, possibly. I mean, the ones that I used were Underworks tri top binder, but you could get a binder that binded right down to here. I think they even offer some kind of swimming like gear, some kind of swimming binder like that binds but is made of that swimming material. Um, you could wear a binder, and then I'd suggest like a rash vest over the top of the binder, like a black rash vest. That would probably be the least noticeable. Since having top surgery, I've gone swimming a couple of times. When it was summer, there was a bit of a window where I could just had surgery and could go swimming. And wow, the first time going swimming without a shirt on was just exhilarating. I went to like this harbor beach, which was pretty secluded again, with my then girlfriend, and it was like a real moment of celebration. I remember making sure that I remembered what it felt like to like walk into this gorgeous clear water and feel it on my skin and on my chest, and yeah, and walk out and not feel embarrassed. Although the thing was that there was like only like two other people there who were just minding their own business, and I think there's when I've been to a really public beach, which I did on New Year's Eve, with a whole bunch of friends and people I didn't know, there was no way I was gonna go without my shirt on. I think I've got a long ways to go really before I feel comfortable doing that. It's more to do with my scar healing and the kind of work that I've done on my chest. I just don't feel comfortable with like I feel like my chest looks different and to a regular cisgendered male chest, and I realize that people probably wouldn't notice or care as much as I would, but that said, I still feel uncomfortable about it, especially I feel uncomfortable and have dysphoria now around my hips and stuff. So I think, you know, it's going to take more working out and losing weight and doing stuff like that before I feel fully comfortable going shirtless at a beach with where there's going to be lots of people seeing me. So what I do is I wear a rash vest, like just, you know, those black rash vests, or I wear a singlet. So it could just look like you know, I'm trying to keep the sun off my skin or whatever. You know, when I went to the beach when it was summer, and I was, you know, had my rash vest, I kind of looked around thinking, surely like no grown man is going to be wearing a rash vest. Everyone who wears rash vests are kids. But sure enough, I saw like a couple of dudes, you know, 30-year-old something dudes with rash vests on. It's not like the coolest look ever, but it, you know, um, it'll do. Like it's, yeah, you're not like gonna look like the coolest dude on the beach, but so fucking what, you know? So, yeah, swimming is a troubling issue. I guess the other issue with swimming is packing. Um, I have tried a few different methods with packing and swimming. I think the thing is again the clean factor is like if you don't pack, then it's gonna be pretty obvious that you have a really small cock, or that, you know, you don't really have much of anything there, because you know, when you're wearing board shorts, you know, I wear like little board shorts, then like, you know, when you get out of the water, everything just kind of clings all down there. So it's kind of good to have something soft-ish, like a soft packer. That's what I've used, and I found what I ended up doing was using wearing like a really small, super tight, almost like boy size undies, where I could put the packer in there, and it would be like super tight against me, so there was no way it was gonna like escape around the side and float up. Um, and so it was real secure, and that sort of seemed to work pretty well. You couldn't see the undies like through my board shorts, which is the other thing, which is why they needed to be small, so that like they wouldn't creep up. They have to be like lower than the line of the boxes, so that you can hide the fact that you're wearing them, because people don't wear underwear and swimming trunks, you know, it's just not something that's done. Um, so that works pretty cool. I guess you can also, if you have a harness, you could try that too. I haven't got like a packer harness. I just use my undies. So I guess though I've thought about like getting a packer harness for that reason at the beach. So one that goes around the packy, and then is just like a thin kind of thing of elastic or whatever around your waist. That'd probably work pretty well too, so you wouldn't have to wear undies, which is kind of cool. I guess I'd just be worried that the surf or stuff would be like pushing it upwards. and that it might kind of get in some uncomfortable positions. Like I find sometimes, you know, if you're doing a lot of vigorous exercise with a packer and you're not wearing super small tight undies, then it can like twist around and stuff in your underpants, and suddenly like your balls are at the top. um, you know, I mean, like it's all switcheroo. You know, the dick's like hanging upside down. Which is would just give a weird bulge, I suppose. So yeah, that's my thoughts on things that you need to consider when swimming. But don't let it deter you. I mean, it's annoying that we have to consider all of that stuff, but it's certainly not something that should deter you from trying. Because at the end of the day, like, if you're at a crowded beach, then there's a safety from the crowd, and if you're at a secluded beach, then you know chances are people tend to mind their own business. I'd probably, you know, not go swimming on my own at a secluded beach, especially because many of the secluded beaches are beats slash secluded beaches, and unless you're looking for that kind of action, it might be confronting. And also because if there are any safety issues, you won't possibly be able to get help straight away. So, because of course, anytime we have to unclothe, there is going to be a greater risk of you know, of violence, etc. So be careful if you're doing it and choose your opportunities wisely. I'd definitely always take a friend who knows, or go with a group of people who you're comfortable with. And if you've got a like sweet as hell body that passes heaps well, without any kind of rash vest, etc., then you know you're lucky. So you should be freaking enjoying it and swimming as much as you can to make up for the fact that not all of us can do that. All right, peace out. I hope everyone is totally awesome out there. Bye.